Boom, back again, bros with mics.
Back like I forgot some. What up, y'all?
Damn, I just realized my collar look like my dog been chewing on it, bro.
Loose neck boy.
Y'all forgive my collar, bro. Don't
Uh,
be on me in the comment section.
Jesus.
Yes, back again, covering the Oklahoma Cincinnati game. Tom,
Man, hey, that was a great game, bro. It really was. You were kind of worried about your team right there. You thought that since he was really going to come in and make something shake.
no, I wasn't worried about my team. I kind of play it as like a coach. Like I want to see them perform the best they can perform, and when they make plays, like I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, literally, I had to put my dog in the other room just because he was scared. But Kendall was like, "Stop yelling! You scaring him!" I'm like, bro, it get real out here in this soon as a Sooner fan. But
Yeah.
no, man, I was. I don't know if I would use the word impressed, but I was proud of how they handled the game
I was
defensively.
too, honestly. And to be honest with you, I will say this is probably the first Oklahoma game that Tennessee wasn't playing in that I actually watched the entire game.
Yeah,
Like the first ever. Uh, no, that wouldn't because that one playoff game over Florida, and probably that's about it to be honest with you. So,
yeah,
but I enjoyed it. It was all what it's cracked up to be. What I expected to see Oklahoma playing a lesser team, Cincinnati's first year in the Big 12, and you gave them that welcome to the Big 12 game right there. So I enjoyed it, man.
yeah. I
Your
mean,
players made plays.
and did you know this is the first time since 1987 that Oklahoma has not allowed more than 21 points through 4 games.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
so
they're making something shake right now. I'm here for it, to be honest with you.
so it's looking like BV's getting us on the right track as far as defensively goes.
We
Offense,
really see it right now. We really see it. Look Clemson over there without BV. They're
yeah,
struggling. They're
yeah,
struggling.
yeah.
But I tell you who I felt was a standout for you guys today was Danny Stutzman out there, man. He was a madman out there, bro.
Nah, Danny
Making
Stetson,
plays.
crazy, go
Making
crazy for
plays.
real.
I really enjoyed watching Danny Stutzman out there. And your boy Caleb Williams, what's going on? When it seemed like he got that Joe Milton elbow out there with that them
Who'd you
overthrows, man.
who'd you say?
Who did I say? Dylan Gabriel?
Hell no,
Who did I say?
Taylor Williams.
Oh my bad. I Caleb Williams. Reliving the old days. Back when y'all were on top. No, Dylan Gabriel's looking like Joe Milton out there with some of those overthrows, man. What's going on with that?
I don't know if y'all heard that, but that kind of sounded like a shot back when y'all are on top.
What?
Before we get to Dylan Gabriel, you said something in a previous podcast. You said, I'll come back to
Yeah,
it. I,
you didn't forgot.
I literally it was in my mind. As soon as I start speaking, it was over with.
It's
But no,
gone.
Dylan Gabriel, he kind of dealt with that UCF. That was a big thing about him as far as like Sooner fans was concerned about his overthrows. I know Joe Klatt said that in the first game that he covered on Fox last year against Nebraska. So, which was I think our week 3 game last year, and he had some overthrows that game. So he was like, yeah, this is what I was concerned about. I didn't know anything about Dylan Gabriel, but man, I feel like we left at least 14 on the board,
Oh yeah,
probably
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 maybe even more. Yeah.
yeah, maybe 21. But it's something you got to clean up. I mean, he's looked sharp. He honestly passed pretty great. Another 300-yard game for him.
Yeah.
But as far as just like the overthrows, especially when you get teams like Texas and Kansas who got the big win over BYU today, you needed to clean that up, especially moving forward. I get, it's week 4, new opponents, new faces,
Yeah.
but I see Sooner fans are not happy with Jeff Levy. It's our running backs scenario. Like Marcus Major started today. We saw Little Otawi. We didn't see Gavin Sawchuk or Javante Barnes. I'm big on Javante. I'm big on Tawi. But it's kind of like our running back play is still inconsistent. And we just got to clean that up in 2 weeks. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can't skip a week with Iowa State coming to town next week. But
Yeah.
you do need to clean up that little run game a little more and see who's going to take most of the carries or 1-2 punch it. Because first half, I wasn't liking what I was seeing from Marcus Majors, but second half, he kind of turned it up. Tawi, had some big plays in there too. But we just got to clean up that run game for sure to get. I mean, to take some of the pressure off of Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing to say that your quarterback was the second leading scorer in your team. Your running back's got to be putting in that work. Just kind of levy out that load a little bit to help the passing game, which is what they did right there. You guys established a decent running game. It wasn't fantastic, but it's decent enough where you were pulling those safeties down, and Dylan Gabriel was able to get those passes in, dumping them over the top right there. And you also did a great job on defense to go back to that again with keeping that pressure up the entire time. Emory Jones, 22 for 41. Though he was throwing the ball a lot, it happens. You're gonna get 200-something yards, but those two interceptions, you kept the pressure up, and I think they really showed that they're kind of evolving. They're not just a one-dimensional team anymore in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I kind of like too that it was 10-3, 10-3, first half and second half. So it's kind of like, you know, you can take goods and bads for that. You can say, hey, you know, at least we didn't decline second half. But you also want to see some improvement in second half. And, you know, I think we did improve in the run game, but overall offense, I think it was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, coming into this week, Cincinnati's line is legit. Like, their line is good. That stadium has seen a lot of wins, and for us to go in there and get one was
Isn't
impressive.
that one of the oldest stadiums? Oldest college
Yeah,
stadium?
and their stadium is like down. It sinks down into the ground, which is kind of weird. I ain't never seen that before or heard of that. But I mean, I didn't see it personally, but yeah, their stadium sits down, and you know they have. I can't remember the stat, but they in the last few years they only lost like 2 or 3 games in the stadium, like which is in the last
they've
4 years, I
if
think.
you look at the last 4 years, especially since they were in that weird conference for a while right there, where they were kind of floating around, so they were having that Notre Dame type schedule, and they weren't really in a group of five or Power Five. They're kind of just weird. It allowed them to play a lot of teams and pad those stats with that. Like, hey, let's get a bunch of smaller teams in. We'll play our harder games away, and it kind of keeps your numbers up at your stadium right there. And then you can sneak into the playoffs every now and then get destroyed by Georgia, unfortunately. But I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the game. I thought it was a complete game, though. It's not the usual what we've seen from Oklahoma these past few games where they're putting up big points against people. 20 is not bad. It's consistent, right? It's a matter of you kept them to 0 touchdowns. And that's what I really enjoy seeing right there. It's a 3 in the first and then another 3 in the third. I mean, you're doing your job right there on defense if they're not scoring touchdowns, even if your offense isn't scoring. Yeah, your defense does what they're supposed to do.
I mean, we held them, so pull it up here.
To right here, if you're looking at rushing, 141 rushing, 235 passing, 2 interceptions. The longest run is about 20 yards, which in the grand scheme of things, it's not really gashing them. If you only get one big run like that, that's not bad at all.
But it's offense is gonna make plays.
Yeah.
Blown assignments happen. All kind of stuff happens. Plays are going to be made no matter what football team you are. They came in averaging 525 yards a game. We held them to 376. They averaged 286 yards passing, held them to 235, which I would probably like to see that around 200 area. But, you know, they did get like some little chunk plays there at the end of the game, I guess, for pride. Averaging 239 yards rushing per game. And they was held to 141, like you said, and just 6 points. So, I mean, averaging 39 points a game and held to 6 is pretty good. And I also want to say prayers are up for Jaron Kanig. I know he got booed when he dropped down to the ground there. I don't know if you've seen it on TV, but they was going a little fast tempo. He dropped to the ground, but he actually was coughing up blood and rushed to the hospital. So
I saw him get into the ambulance.
Oh yeah. So he was released, and I think he's traveling back with the team. But definitely prayers for him. But we're just dealing with some injuries right now. I kind of want to like just ease by this next week. Like, of course, we can't take no week off. It's hard to go 1-0 each week, and Iowa State has upset us year after year. So that's definitely gonna be another test. But you know, the Texas game coming up, and I'm guilty of looking forward, but I kind of just wanna to rest some guys to get ready for that because that's a big matchup, you know. But overall,
I completely understand. No, like I said, you don't want to get caught looking ahead. Overall, like you said, I feel it's going to be a great game. You did what you're supposed to. You got the job done. Threw the ball, passed the ball. You scored, and I mean that's all we can expect at the end of the day. It's just go 1-0 each week, right?
Yeah.
Y'all made some shaking, got it done.
Great win for Oklahoma, 20-6 against Cincinnati. On to the next week against Iowa State at home.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's it again. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video. We are Bros with Mics, man. We're grateful every time you guys come out. Make sure you check in the shorts, bro. Check the shorts. Thank you so much. I'm out. I'm Tom.
I'm Cody.
Peace.